WDAM, Laurel, Hattiesburg. You're watching News 7 at 6:30. You've got 7 on your side.
2 suspects face grand larceny charge in Laurel. Also, Pineville residents celebrate the 4th of July holiday. Plus, a civil rights pioneer is honored today, and a popular toy may soon be tailored to girls as well. I'm Vanessa Pacheco in for Carrie Leggett-Brown. Thank you for joining us. Laurel police continue to investigate what officials call a grand larceny case. That's our top story tonight at 6:30.
This morning, the kids enjoy the water while mom and dad figure out setting up the tent. This day of play has them flipping for joy. They also want to protect their turf.
We put some ropes down and we put some do not enter signs and a few chairs and some umbrellas. No, seriously, we just put our tent up and we leave our chairs here and walk back and forth during the course of the day.
By 9 a.m., it's hard to find a parking spot. Getting here early is job number one.
It's very important. That's the way you get the good spots and everything, and access to all the excitement, fireworks, and just watching the people go and come.
Victor Anker is serious about his fun on the 4th. His setup is like a small restaurant.
We got a bunch of people that we hang out with that just like going out, and we do all the cooking for them. So, we have to overkill it just a little bit, just in case more than enough people come out.
Mother Nature made the decision for some beachgoers.
We were worried about the rain today, so we decided to come out early. My husband's out golfing, and he's going to be barbecuing later, so we just decided to come out and sit and enjoy the weather.
By 10 a.m., good luck in finding a place to park. This family had a game plan in place, though.
We had to get here early in the morning to beat the crowd. I'm sure later on in the day after lunchtime it's going to get packed and you ain't going to be able to find a spot on the beach to set up.
By 11 a.m., the beach is buried in humanity. Throw in a sandcastle, a pail, and a few hermit crabs, and you're good to go.
Several citizens of Summerall celebrated the 4th of July at Lions Park for the annual Independence Day Parade. The event has taken place each year since 1976, but this year's parade was extra special. Dr. Tommy King, who is the president of William Carey University, presented a $20,000 scholarship to be auctioned off between now and Christmas time. Dr. King, who has strong ties to the town of Summerall, donated the scholarship. State Representative Hank Lott expresses his gratitude for all Dr. King has done to contribute to the town of Summerall.
So Dr. King has been a great asset to the city of Summerall and continues to do that each and every year.
Although a scholarship recipient has not been chosen yet, the Lions Club of Summerall will look for a recipient around Christmas time. The scholarship will go on to an upcoming college freshman. Aside from the scholarship, Dr. King talked about his grandfather, Dan Summerall, a Union soldier who founded the town in 1874. Dozens of volunteer firefighters and their families, mostly from Forest County, gathered this 4th of July for a special memorial event to honor the 19 Arizona firefighters who died battling a wildfire last Sunday. They took part in this memorial walk at the Dixie Community Park. Firefighters from Dixie, McLaurin, Brooklyn, and other departments made 19 laps around the park's walking trail, 1 lap for each firefighter who lost his life. They carried an American flag and a fire hose with all the names of the fallen firefighters written on it.
It's a brotherhood, and when one falls, we all fall. We feel their pain. Our heart goes out to those that are still battling this place because we know that they have heavy hearts.
It's an honor. I mean, people supporting it. It's a real honor. People do care, and we're praying for them.
Even though we didn't know them personally, it still hurt us pretty bad. Any fallen firefighter really hits home for us because we're such a close-knit family.
Some firefighters from Lamar County also took part in the walk. While many began their day starting up the grill, others kicked off Independence Day by remembering a civil rights pioneer. Mary Magdalene Baptist Church took the time out to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the death of Clyde Kennard. Kennard was the first known African-American to seek enrollment at Mississippi Southern College, now known as the University of Southern Mississippi. He applied in 1956, 1957, and 1959, but was never allowed to enroll. Today, church members, along with Hattiesburg Mayor Johnny Dupree, State Representative Percy Watson, and Dennis Damer, paid their respects to a man they believe paved the way for many African Americans.
It's like a history lesson for our children, for future generations to know the importance of getting the quality education that he paved the way for. That's what I want our young people to know.
Kennard died from a colon cancer in 1963. Well, the first sea turtle nest of the year was found today on the Pass Christian Beach. A beachgoer saw the loggerhead turtle tracks in the sand early this morning and called officials. Right now, the nest is secured and signs are up warning people to keep their distance. Research scientist Dr. Andy Coleman says it's a special event when turtle nest on the mainland because it's much more common for them to lay their eggs on the barrier islands. This week, the Coast Coliseum is getting a jolt. A surge of fun-filled circus entertainment. Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus is back in Biloxi with its big top. Look to be wowed by some spectacular sights and stunts. You can even bring the children an hour before the show to meet animals and their performers.
It's a circus, so you can expect to see the high wire, the juggling, the things that are traditional to a circus, the classic Ringling Asian elephants, which are so amazing. But we're taking it up a notch this year. We actually have a knife throwing act where, just when you think it's over, they light the knives on fire and spin the girl around on a wheel. It's pretty insane. It's got something in it for everybody.
The greatest show on earth is also the oldest circus in America at 143 years old. Ringling Brothers Fully Charged opened today with performances through Sunday. Tickets start at $15. And coming up, European officials identify more than 36 people for questioning in the disappearance of a British child. We'll have the details in a moment.
Values your viewership and the long relationship we've enjoyed here in the Pine Belt. We've stood together during times of celebration and times of tragedy like Hurricane Katrina and our February tornado. We are your first alert for breaking news and severe weather, a responsibility and trust we don't take lightly. Raycom Media, our parent company, is currently negotiating in good faith with Dish Network to reach a signal carriage agreement in the hopes we're not dropped from their service. Call Dish Network and let them know you don't want to lose WDAM from your system service.
Welcome back. It was definitely a great sunny, hot day. Was it a good day for fireworks?
It might be tonight. There are some showers and storms that developed this afternoon, and actually some of those moved around Hattiesburg and Laurel today. But for the most part, it wasn't a washout, and it could be worse. So,
well, hopefully that people will be able to go to these events tonight and they have fireworks show.
I'm optimistic, cautiously optimistic, that most of these events should go off okay. There probably will be a scattered shower still around, but I'm hoping that it'll be diminishing as we go later on into the night. We'll start off tonight, though, with the Daily Almanac, where we got up to about 89 degrees today. So a little bit warmer today, a little bit more humid today than what we've been used to. The low was about 72. That's in line with where we should be, but that high is below average for this time of year. Current conditions at the Hattiesburg Airport, you're reading 84. I mentioned that humidity being a little bit higher than where we've been. 69% humidity makes it feel like 90, so it gives it a 6-degree bump outside in terms of what it feels like. 84 over in Poplarville. You see a widespread in temperatures here. Down towards Wiggins, you're at 92. Go up towards Laurel, you're at 79, and that has to do with the showers that are moving through the Pine Belt right now. Alpha Insurance Sky Camera over at Petro Nissan in Hattiesburg is not seeing a shower there at this moment. You do see some pretty heavy clouds there. Temperature at 80 degrees and a high today of about 87 in West Hattiesburg. Here's the Southern Pine Electric Power Radar 6-hour loop so you can see all this rain. The majority of it has been around the I-59 corridor and off to the east there, and that has to do with this rain really coming in from the east and moving back towards the west when you look at the big picture. But we'll zoom in and look at the micro look here for a second. You've got a little bit of rain that developed around parts of Hattiesburg. It seems to be fizzling out over the past hour. Another little shower, though, is developing just south of Purvis right now. And then you see some stronger showers developing around Richton and Beaumont over in Perry County. Let's move up to the north where you're going to find some rain around Bay Springs a little earlier, but that's fizzled out. More rain over on the other side of Jasper County and Clark County, and then we saw some showers around Laurel earlier in the afternoon, but things are quiet towards the end of this loop, so some good news there. Move down towards the south, a stronger storm, a little bit of lightning in this one, over around George County, and it's trying to sneak its way into Stone County and Perry County, at least on the south side, and probably going to move across parts of Greene County over the next little while. Big picture, this is what I was talking about with this rain. It's being funneled up from the south, right over the southeast, and we're watching all this rain, most of it getting dumped over the Florida Panhandle, but we're also seeing it make a slow walk our direction. Because of all this rain that's been dumped over the Florida Panhandle, parts of around Panama City back towards, say, Destin, almost reaching back towards Gulf Shores. Well, that's where we've seen the most rain today, over 10 inches, easily picked up in some locations there. So it hasn't been the best beach week for those folks. You got to feel bad for them, and that's over 10 inches in 2 days. The rain will continue to funnel up from the south over the next few days, and I think it's going to open the door for more rain, possibly over the Pine Belt as we go into the weekend, Friday as well. Futurecast illustrates this somewhat. You put it in motion, you see this rain, scattered showers and storms over the Pine Belt in the afternoon hours, and maybe even increasing coverage into the evening hours for your Friday. And we'll do it all over again on Saturday. You see some rain move over parts of the Pine Belt, and then you see more coverage as we go into Sunday. So you know the drill, just day after day, especially in those afternoon hours, you're going to see your best chance of rain, but even in the cases of the mornings during the weekend. Tonight, 69 for the overnight low. Scattered showers. We're hoping the coverage will diminish as we go later into the evening. Around 8 a.m. tomorrow, about 73. By 11 o'clock, we're up to 77. 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 87, with some rain chances during the day. Best in the afternoon and the evening, but there are some decent rain chances really as early as noon for your Friday. As you start to go into this extended forecast, for Friday, we'll call it a 50% chance of rain. Saturday, a 60% chance of rain. And Sunday, 60% chance of rain. Temperatures will continue to climb, probably getting up to about 90 degrees by Sunday. Now, coming up in a little bit, we'll take a closer look at this 7-day forecast and have your coastal weather. So stay with us. Vanessa, back to you.
A would-be bank robber was in for quite a surprise when he was taken down by employees and a customer. It happened at this bank in Cranston, Rhode Island, Wednesday afternoon. Police say a suspect entered the Washington Trust Bank around 3:30 p.m. Investigators say an employee and several other people tackled the suspect and held him until the police arrived. Officials have not released the robber's identity. European authorities have identified 38 people they think might know something about the disappearance of British toddler Madeleine McCann. The little girl was 3 years old, almost 4, when she disappeared from her family's vacation home in Portugal 6 years ago. Police say they believe that there is a possibility Madeleine may still be alive. Officials say 12 of the 38 people of interest are UK nationals who were in Portugal when the girl vanished. Crews along the stretch of the Mississippi River are planning to spend part of the holiday weekend clearing a log jam to protect properties downstream. You can see where the tangled group of large trees has backed up a bridge of the Mississippi in St. Paul, Minnesota. Workers will work to pull away the largest trees from the pile before they dislodge themselves and head downstream. Recent heavy rains have caused the debris to back up. The city estimates it could cost more than $20,000 to remove the mess. Officials have asked a nearby yacht club and a rowing club to share the tab for the cleanup, but so far the two clubs have not signed on. The city of Berkeley, California is trying to stop the federal government from closing a medical marijuana dispensary. City attorneys filed a federal court claim that argues closing marijuana shops would deprive the city from hundreds of thousands of tax dollars. Court papers show the federal government filed a complaint in May against a Berkeley marijuana store. The complaint states the store was illegally selling marijuana and set up within 2,000 feet of the two preschools. Medical marijuana is legal under California state law, but remains illegal under federal law. The state of Washington is nearing the end of a crusade to rid state documents of gender-biased language. The bill, which went into effect this week, has changed nearly 3,500 state code sections to include both he and she, as well as various other words. Freshman is now first-year student, fisherman is now fisher, and penmanship is now handwriting, just to name a few. Washington is not the first to do this. They follow Illinois, Florida, and North Carolina, and it seems as though they won't be the last. About 9 other states are currently looking to make the same changes. For the first time in almost 3 decades, 3 siblings have been accepted for the same class at the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. A spokeswoman says the Academy accepted 18-year-old twins Sumner and Cole Ogryziak, along with 19-year-old brother Noah, to the class of 2017. The trio began their basic training earlier this week. They're expected to be formally accepted into the Corps of Cadets during an acceptance ceremony in August. The last time the Academy accepted 3 siblings into the same class was 1985. Still ahead, a popular children's toy may soon be inclusive to young girls. We'll explain after this. Hiring in the private sector picked up faster than expected last month. According to the ADP National Employment Report, businesses added 188,000 jobs in June. That's up from 134,000 added in May. Small businesses saw the most growth, adding 84,000 jobs in June. The ADP reports is considered a preview to the government jobs report, which comes out Friday. The State Department is paying the price for its Facebook likes in more ways than one. The department is catching heat after an Inspector General's report released in May found it spent $630,000 on campaigns to increase the department's Facebook fans. The report says the online advertising campaign did work, with the department's English pages alone increasing from 100,000 fans to 2 million in 2 years. But some employees accuse the department of buying fans. The State Department has since slashed funding for the campaigns. A mother and business owner is leading a petition to make a popular children's toy more inclusive for young girls. Melissa Atkins Wardy is the owner of Pigtail Pals and Ball Cap Buddies, a children's clothing and gift shop. When she discovered that Lego had competition for product ideas, she entered her proposal for a female minifigure set. The set would include 13 ideas for women in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The project reached 10,000 votes on June 13, allowing it to move to the review phase. This means that a Lego review board will examine the idea. Coming up, Nick will have the final check of the weather. Also, we'll take a look at what's trending online. Stay with us. She's done it again. The woman known as the Black Widow won the women's race in Nathan's annual hot dog eating championship, but just barely. Sonia Thomas scarfed down 36 3/4 hot dogs in 10 minutes on Coney Island today. The woman who came in second only got down 36. Thomas, who weighs 100 pounds, has won the women's contest every year since it started in 2011. Meanwhile, on the men's side, hot dog eating champ Joey Chestnut broke a record today, scarfing down 69 hot dogs in 10 minutes at the annual competition on Coney Island. It's his 7th straight time winning Nathan's hot dog eating contest. He held the old record to 68 hot dogs in 10 minutes that was set at last year's contest. Chestnut, also called Jaws, takes home $10,000 for his eating feat.
Wow. They should get like Pepto-Bismol endorsements or something.
And
you
see,
know?
I can eat, but I don't know if I can eat 69 hot dogs.
You don't know? I know you cannot eat 69 hot dogs.
Oh, yeah, true.
I'm pretty sure you can.
That's a lot of hot dogs, though.
We'll take a look at the forecast. We do have a lot of rain in this forecast. A 50% chance of rain for Friday. Saturday and Sunday, 60% chance of rain. Monday, 50%, and then we'll walk it down as we go towards the end of the 7-day forecast. Temperatures below average for the most part until you get to Wednesday and Thursday of next week, because keep in mind an average high for this time of year is about 92. Beach and boating forecast for tomorrow, unfortunately, it's just not that are because of the rain. You are going to see the possibility of some more scattered showers down towards the coast as well, and the seas are going to be a little bit rocky. Winds out of the southeast, 10 to 15 miles per hour, give us 2 to 3 feet seas in the sound, and offshore 3 to 5 feet with those seas, and then a pretty wet forecast for the weekend as well.
Thank you. Now let's take a look at what's trending online. The hot topic on our Facebook page today is unwanted Polidine products could end up at discount stores. If you want to join in the conversation, and we hope you do, head over to our Facebook page. And now to the dog versus sprinklers.
Nothing says 4th of July like dogs playing with sprinklers.
And I have dogs, but they're scared of water.
Really?
Yeah, but this is cute.
I don't think my cat's, one of my cats isn't afraid of water, but I don't think she would do this. This is a whole compilation now.
Yeah. And I can't figure out if they're just thirsty or they just enjoy it.
I don't know. I think this one just enjoys it. There's another one where there's like 2 of them. That's
he
funny.
enjoys it. It looks like the water is pushing him off.
There should be a 24-hour cable channel of dogs playing with sprinklers. That would be, just what you put on in the background.
Yeah, anytime you have a bad day, just turn to this
Jack
channel.
Russells, I think.
Well, thank you for joining us. Have a great evening and good night.